Cats didn't evolve to serve humans. They evolved to hunt. And somehow that hunter moved into our houses like it owned the place. A domestic cat can go from sleeping to exploding into motion in a fraction of a second. It can jump higher than your waist, land without a sound, and stare at a corner like it's seeing another dimension. But here's what most people miss. House cat isn't one thing. There's the cat that sleeps on blankets and has a water fountain. There's the cat that lives behind restaurants. There's the cat that belongs to nobody and survives by rules older than cities. This is every house cat explained. The pets, the street cats, the strays, the ferals, and the true story of the animal that learned to live beside humans without becoming human property. An indoor cat lives the safest version of a cat life. Regular food, shelter, no cars, no dogs, no fights for territory. But safety doesn't erase instinct. It just changes where the instinct goes. That's why indoor cats become hunters of shadows, attacking shoelaces, stalking dust, ambushing ankles from under a chair like it's tall grass. What makes indoor cats special isn't weakness, it's adaptation. They're still wired like small predators, but they express that wiring in a world of walls, windows, and routine. And if you've ever watched a cat stare out a window for 20 minutes without blinking, you've seen the wild animal still running inside the software. Now we meet the cat with two worlds, the outdoor pet cat, a cat that has a home but also a territory. This is the cat that disappears for hours and comes back like nothing happened. Sometimes with leaves in its fur, sometimes with scratches, sometimes with a gift it's very proud of. Outdoor pet cats are living contradictions, fed at home but hunting outside, protected by humans but still tested by reality, and reality is harsh. Cars, disease, poisonings, fights, parasites, and predators depending on the region. Outdoor cats don't just explore, they manage a map, routes, hiding spots, safe fences, enemy yards in the places where other cats patrol. This is where cats become urban ninjas, silent, strategic, territorial. A stray cat is not the same as a feral cat. A stray is usually a cat that used to have human contact. Maybe it was abandoned, maybe it got lost, maybe it was born near people and learned to rely on them. Strays often approach humans, carefully. They may meow, they may follow, they may watch you like they're trying to remember the rules of being owned. What makes strays special is the tragedy of the middle. They're not fully wild, not fully safe. They're the cats you see near apartment blocks or markets, living on the edge of human attention. If someone feeds them, they survive. If nobody does, they fade fast. Stray cats are a reminder that domestic animals don't automatically thrive without domestic life. Feral cats are different. A feral cat is essentially a wild animal, a domestic species that is returned to a wild lifestyle. They don't trust humans. They don't need affection. They need territory, food, and hiding places. Feral cats live by a strict code. Don't get noticed, don't get cornered, and never show weakness. They move at night. They use shadows like doors. They know exactly which barking dogs stay behind gates and which dogs slip out. A feral cat survives because it becomes invisible. And once you understand feral cats, you realize something uncomfortable. Domestication didn't erase the predator, it just put the predator in a different neighborhood. In many cities, cats don't live alone, they form loose colonies. Not like wolf packs, not like lion prides, more like neighbors who tolerate each other because the area provides food. A colony often has a few confident adults, a few cautious shadow cats, kittens learning the map, and one dominant cat that controls the best spots. Colony cats communicate constantly, even when they look silent. Body posture, tail position, ear angles, scent marks that are basically invisible street signs. And the colony's biggest threat isn't hunger, it's chaos. New cats entering, humans removing resources, construction destroying hiding spots. A colony survives through stability, and stability is rare in a city. Here's a truth people romanticize. Street cats don't just find food, they work for it. A street cat's main menu is often rodents, insects, small birds, scraps, and whatever humans leave behind. But food is never just food, it's risk. To eat, a cat must expose itself to cars, to dogs, to humans who might harm it, to other cats who might fight for that spot. That's why street cats often eat fast, hide the rest, and vanish. They're not being dramatic, they're being correct. When people hear cats screaming at night, they think it's random madness. It's not random. It's territory and reproduction, two forces that turn cute animals into loud, intense predators. Male cats roam for mates. They challenge other males. They mark walls, corners, tires, doors, anything that tells other cats, "This is mine." Fights aren't sport, they're decision points. Injuries lead to infection, infection leads to weakness, weakness gets you pushed out of territory, and being pushed out can be a death sentence. This is why neutering and spaying changes everything, because it reduces roaming, fighting, and the endless cycle of new kittens being born into struggle. Street cat populations grow fast because cats reproduce fast. A single female can have multiple litters in a year. Kittens look like hope until you realize many won't survive. Illness, parasites, cold, accidents, predators, human cruelty. This isn't to shock you, it's to explain the math. When people feed street cats but do nothing else, the population often grows beyond what the area can support. That's why responsible programs focus on TNR, trap, neuter, return. It doesn't erase the cats, it stabilizes the colony so fewer kittens are born into suffering. Cats get blamed for everything. They don't love you, they're selfish, they're evil, they kill for fun. Here's the real truth. Cats are predators with boundaries. Cats can be affectionate, but they're not pack animals like dogs. They don't worship you, they coexist with you. And yes, cats sometimes hunt even when fed. That's not cruelty, it's instinct plus stimulation. The ethical reality is complicated. Outdoor cats can impact wildlife populations, but street cats exist because humans created environments where cats thrive, and humans abandoned or allowed uncontrolled breeding. So the villain story is too simple. Cats aren't villains, they're a successful predator living in a human world. Whether it's an indoor pet or a feral shadow cat, every domestic cat shares the same core design. A stealth predator, a body built for pouncing, senses tuned for small movement, and a brain that learns fast. The only difference is the environment we place them in. Cats didn't just adapt to humans, they adapted to human systems, farms, trash, buildings, warmth, in the ecosystem we accidentally built for them. And when you hear a cat's footsteps at night, soft, silent, intentional, you're hearing a predator that learned to live beside us without ever truly becoming ours. If you want every dog type explained in the same cinematic style, tell me, and I'll write it next.